She taught her children to fear God, to love God. How about the other lady, Edith Thea? She laughed at God. She didn't believe that the Bible is up to date. This is an antique book. It is not relevant anymore with modern day. She didn't teach her children about God. She eventually had 700 descendants. And what happened with the descendants? 100 of them were illicit children. 181 became prostitutes. 142 became beggars. And 96 of them were imprisoned. And I can give you testimonies how when families love God, fear of God, teach their children to understand God's principle, to put into practice God's word, it will make difference. Amen? So I encourage you to attend the second seminar on parenting. I have spent tens of hours to be parent, and I don't mind to do that because I learn it for myself. I made mistakes as parent. All of us make mistakes, but we want to learn, to grow together. So please come, because we will learn how to be a better parent. Amen? Second blessing, verse 1b. Unless the Lord watch over the city, the watchmen stand guard in vain. What is a city? It is a group of families who live close together. And the word watch means to guard, protect, and save lives. So David is saying, in effect, God can help us. God bless us by protecting our family. You know, our family needs protection. That is why many have ADT. So when burglar came, the alarm sound. But you know, our family does not only protection from burglar. Our family also needs protection from evil spiritual forces. They try to destroy families. I oftentimes say that why Satan, the enemy, loves to destroy families. Because when families are weak, church also becomes weak. You imagine before a couple went to church, they had argument at home or in the car. So when they arrived at church, there was no joy because they still have something in their heart. Even they listen to a sermon like this, they could not concentrate because their mind is still, thinking about what they spoke to him at home. Oh, my wife told me that I'm stupid. For example, even, they are at church, but their mind, go to his wife's words. Also, might be the wife also, like, what I told in the beginning, her husband didn't appreciate her coat. So, can you understand that when our families are weak because of so many conflicts, so many hurts, you can go to church, but you will not learn anything. Because your hearts are not ready for God's will. And Satan loves to do that. He works everywhere. Last Friday, before I came to church for seminar, I got a call from Indonesia. A mother asked me, please, Pastor, call my daughter. Please counsel her. This is from a prominent family, successful family. The daughter, still young of course, and got married not long ago. She has her own business, and God bless her. And her husband also has his own business. And because they have business in different cities, they didn't meet a lot. And lately, they have not met for 1 month. And the mother is concerned. This is not good. Both of them are busy, and then, she heard about something that her daughter do. So she asked me, please, counsel her, call her. And I told her, sorry, I'm about to leave for church. I will call later. You see, this is a Christian family. They serve the Lord. But this young couple, eventually I called her, but she didn't pick up the phone. Probably she feels guilty, and then I called her husband. Well, if they don't change, I'm worried this family will be ruined by the situation. So, be careful, because the devil loves to destroy families today. And here we thank God. David says, unless the Lord watch over the city, the watchmen stand guard in vain. We thank God because He promised us that He would protect our family from evil spiritual force. And what are some of the weapons the enemies use against the family today? Can be many things. Can be alcohol. You have read how alcohol destroys family. Can be gambling. Can be pornography. We need to be careful. Do not let any negative, any sinful enter our house. What else? Adultery. Adultery oftentimes destroys family. Not long ago, someone also called me, and he said his wife committed in adultery. And I tried to remind him to pray for her, to do something, to interfere and something like that. And finally I found out, he said, but I divorced her 1 month ago. What? You already did that? Yes, it's final. Oh, I was so sad. This is also a Christian family. Don't let the enemy destroy our families. That is why next week, I hope you can come next week. I will talk more about how we can watch our families with God's help. What else that can destroy family? An attitude of selfishness. This is Satan's most successful weapon against the home. This is me first mentality that oftentimes destroys the home from within. When husband and wife no longer practice what Jesus teach. Do you remember what the golden rule teach? Whatever you want somebody, come on. What is the golden rule? You don't know? Whatever you want somebody to do it to you, do it first, right? So instead of expecting, demanding others to treat us well, to listen to us, to care for us. Jesus teaches us what? Do that first to your spouse. Of course, Jesus didn't talk in the context of marriage or family, but that teaching, I oftentimes when we have premarital counseling, I emphasize that because many problems in marriage caused by selfish mentality or me first. Husband become disappointed because he feels that his wife never listens to him, does not understand him, and also the wife complains that her husband never tries to understand her or loves her. Well, if husband and wife expect or demand each other that their spouse serve them, that their spouse love them, that their spouse listen to them, eventually no one get it, right? Because they just wait one another. That is why we need to practice the golden rule. And which can be say in one word, joy. Joy. Do you know what joy, J-O-Y, what J stands for? If you want to have joy in your family, J stands for Jesus first. Okay? Put Jesus first in your family, to be the central in your family. And then all what? Others. When in the family, everybody think about others. Not only think about her or himself. It will make difference. And then Y stands for you or yourself. So when we put God first, and then others, and then you or ourselves, it will make difference. So God bless us by protecting our family, but remember, we also need to do our part. The third blessing, God provides for our family's needs. And how does God do that? Of course, He doesn't send food down from heaven like He did for the Israelites so long ago. Instead, He provides through good old-fashioned work. He tells us to provide for our families by earning a good, honest living. Verse 2, if you want to read again, let's take a look. Verse 2. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for He grants sleep to those He loves. Actually, in verse 2, David describes two types of fathers who try to provide for their families. The first father cannot sleep at night, not because of coffee, drinking coffee too much, but because he is not content with what he has. He is restless. He worries too much. He works long hours in order to provide his family with the luxuries of life. But the second father can sleep at night. Not because he is lazy, but because he is content with what he has. He works in order to provide his family with the necessities of life. And he is content with that. This is very important for us to understand the difference between luxuries and necessities. It is interesting to find out that for couples who both work, of course, their income get more, right? right? Especially in America, because it is